What's changed at the club since then?
Quite a lot. Obviously the financial situation isn't the best at the moment. We've got some good young players here like we did before. Hopefully they'll grow up very quickly.
The atmosphere here at Starks Park in those days was very good. The place was buzzing. Players like yourself, David Sinclair. Is the atmosphere still like that in the change rooms through this hard time?
Well, the dressing rooms, there's not a problem in there. You've got a lot of young lads here that are very boisterous. The older lads obviously are just about the same. But if things go well, I'm quite sure everybody gets better, more and more confidence.
You're going through a tough time here at Kirkcaldy and you're here on loan and you're playing well, getting the clean sheets. You're looking for another good result today?
Obviously, it's important that we take points off teams like Airdrie, keep ourselves in the top half of the table, which is a realistic target now.
So the target set for Raith yesterday afternoon. Despite the current financial crisis plaguing the club, the Rovers went into the match sitting fourth and determined to battle on. So let's return to Kirkcaldy with David McKinney for Raith Rovers at home to Airdrie.
Rovers' financial problems are well known, and here's why. Less than 2,000 at Starks as Raith looked for their first win in 4 games. Airdrie were looking to move off the bottom. The home side started brighter, Dene Shields and Jay Steen combining on the right, and Steve Hamilton answering the call to arms. With experienced players sold on, Peter Heatherstone has been forced to bring in a clutch of youngsters. Andy Clark did well here, but an older head required in this situation. The best chance of the game wasted, and frustration on the home bench. And football, as we all know, is just a game to make you pay for missed chances. Airdrie proved the point when Scott Boyce's cross was met by John Elliot, and Airdrie ahead. Elliot appearing between 2 defenders to make the most of a fine delivery from Boyce. Shields created and scored Rovers' equaliser, although Broto will look back and feel he should have saved, just not enough on the first block from the keeper, and too late to stop the ball going over the line. Still not totally conclusive from this angle, but the position of the keeper giving an indication that the ball was over the line. No great complaints from Airdrie, and they could have had no complaints if Rovers had won. Shields denied this time, but the post. Another battling performance by the Kirkcaldy side, but 5 points in 5 games sees them 7 adrift in 4th place.
So the game ends a 1-1 draw at Starks Park. The views of Raith manager Peter Heatherstone in a moment. But first, Greg McEwen got the lowdown from Airdrie Supremo, Steve Archibald.
Over the last few weeks, Airdrie have been playing some really good football and that continued today. Still languishing at the bottom of the league, but is that a false position?
No, it's not a false position because we're there, we're sitting there. But we'll try very hard to get away from that position, and I think if they give the same commitment they gave today, try play the same football, we're a little bit tighter at the back, and you know, we looked a bit stronger overall today, so I was pleased with the shape of the thing today, so I think we can build on this. I'm certain we can build on this.
How is the current situation at Airdrie?
Same as before. We've got a meeting with the council next week, and that I believe is going to be a very positive meeting, and you know, I'm looking forward to that.
Well, Raith manager Peter Heatherstone joins me here in the Football First studio this afternoon. Peter, decent performance yesterday?
Yeah, I think the second 45 there, first 45 we were quite disappointing. We never started well. A few words at half time, quietly. Came out the second half and then done a lot better.
I mean, how are you managing it? I mean, you were speaking earlier, you're saying you've lost about 7 players in the last year.
Yeah, well, I've lost 7, I think, quality players that would maybe show that they could go and play in the Premier League. Dargo, I've lost Dargo, McEwen, Tosh, Andrews, Burns, Javri and Agath. But to be fair to the boys that have come in, they've come in and they haven't felt sorry for themselves and they've took their chance and they've worked really hard and they've done well for us.
What's the morale like in that dressing room because you're losing so many players?
Oh, their morale's good. It's like every other dressing room, Derek. I think if you're winning games and doing okay, and we have done that in the last 3 or 4 weeks. Very disappointing when we lost the 3 lads to Livingston. We thought we had a wee chance and all that, but the financial problems at the club, the 3 lads had to go. And on the Friday we were a wee bit down. But we go and get a great result at Clyde on the Saturday, and everything since then has been okay.
I mean, what is the future for the club? You know that they're short of cash and everything else, but how long can that go on?
I think the most important thing for the club, Derek, I think for the supporters, is that the board keep working as hard as they're working to make sure that the club survives. Be it that I've got to lose my best players, Raith Rovers stay in the First Division, and we've still got Raith Rovers next season, then I think everybody in Kirkcaldy will be more than delighted. They've worked overtime, to be fair to them, the board, and just before the financial problems, when I went there, any player I asked for I got, and now we've got to give a wee bit back. We know that players need to get paid their wages, we need to keep the club going. The directors are looking every avenue to try and raise financial money for the club, and if that means selling their best players, and we've just got to go with the youngsters, then they'll just need to do it, Derek.
Well, let's hope so, Peter. Thank you.